Hi again, fourth graders, and welcome to session 15 of our Writer's Workshop here in Unit 3. Today we're going to be focusing on using all we know to craft essay and narrative sections for your paper. If you look back at your plans and note whether you intended to devote a chapter to narrative or to essay writing, this is the time to check to make sure that you are working on that. Writers always approach new work equipped with a toolkit of strategies that they have learned from previous work. When a writer of an informational book decides that some chapters or sections should be written as stories or essays or how-tos, the writer draws on their knowledge of those kinds of writing to write those sections. So as I get ready to write a chapter that has a story format, for example, I'm going to look around the classroom, or if you're doing this at home, maybe around the house, for tools that might help you. I can also think about all the work that we've done to find tools that will help me as well. Well, what can I use? Studying charts on a wall isn't the only way writers can mentor themselves. They can also draw on writing that they've done in the past by studying what worked well to help with doing the same kind of writing again. If you look at the poster, planning a micro story that will be embedded in history research, first of all, you decide whose story you will tell. In other words, what is that person's perspective? Is it from the perspective of a patriot, a loyalist, a redcoat? And then, of course, decide on the major tension or conflict in the story. What tools can we use if we're writing a chapter in the format of an essay? Well, similar to narrative writing, we can study texts that have essays and draw on the things that work well to help with our own essay writing. If you recall, the essay plan on the right-hand side of the slide deals with our thesis statement, in other words, our box, and our bullet points. One reason that, another reason that, and although, and the thesis statement because. So, for example, we use the essay plan to always help us with our essays. Study the example essay by yourself, and what things do you notice that the writer does that works well? I'll read this for you. The Boston Massacre was a key event because people could use it to make others mad enough to fight. Paul Revere made an etching of the massacre that showed the British soldiers killing the colonists on purpose, but this wasn't totally true. The etching wasn't a completely true version of the Boston Massacre, but Paul Revere used it to make people angry enough to join the revolution. So as you work on your own today independently, remember to draw on the resources and tools we've used earlier in the unit. You can also help by asking for help when you run into trouble. If you're working at home, if you have an older brother or sister or a parent that can help you with this. And we want you to use your basic essay plan that we've used in the first go around, the first bend, as well as the ideas that we talked about on the poster with the micro story. With that, I wish you well and good luck in your writing today as you work on your essay plan, your essay for your story here in bend number 2. Good luck and get started.